Welcome to Dynamic Layers Looper tutorial. The looper is the most significant improvement feature at Dynamic Layers version 2.0. This looper includes some groundbreaking features. First, the looper includes two configurable joysticks. The looper can synchronize with the arranger rhythms. And new feature with it is chord-dependent option, which can make a loop transfer to current play harmonic. The looper also enables to save complete board as looper project. To enter the looper screen, press the fifth button on the main toolbar. The center area of the looper display is the tabs matrix, which displays the loop's state when each tab can hold one channel pattern. The default state is initialized board, which all the tabs in the matrix is empty. In right side of the tabs there is two virtual joysticks which can affect on the sounds of the played patterns in various ways. And at the screen bottom appears the looper toolbar, which contains main mode buttons and selection combo. The looper tempo and sync state set from the same sync panel of the arranger. That what enabled to combine arranger rhythms with looper patterns. So for starting recording loop, we can adjust the tempo from the arranger tempo knob, enable metronome so we can hear the beat when playing, and press start to let the metronome start. Touching one of the empty tabs turn it to pre-recording state, which indicated by blinking red color. When beat reach starting time, the tab state change into recording state. In that mode, the played notes are recorded into this tab, and the current played sound save as the sound of that tab. After one cycle of recording, the mode changed to play mode indicated by green color, which makes the new record pattern to play. We can continue and record every tab the same way, but since we did not change the sound, the second tab also recorded with the full concert grand sound. So if we want to use other sound, we can go to other modes for selecting sound and go back to the looper. Here I select Rode sound, so now the next recording tab will record in Rode sound. There is much more easy way to change the sound without leaving the looper mode. I will demonstrate that next. Clicking on tab which already recorded is toggle play on and off. Much more convenient way to change sound is by the performance floating window, which activate by press on select performance button on the looper toolbar. The floating window functionality is identical to the performance mode on the main menu. So by preparing all the needed sound on performances, we can now select fast, bass and then drums to next tabs recording. So now let's hear the joystick influence. In this loop, the influence of the upper joystick is a default one, effect 1 depth on x-axis and brightness on the y-axis. At the second loop, the same influence declared on the lower joystick. And at the third example, both joystick declares, but on different parameters. To see the joystick declares, perform right mouse click or long press on touch at the specific loop tab. We can see on the first loop example, upper joystick is enabled and lower joystick is disabled. If we do that on the third loop example, we can see they both enable. By pressing on Advanced Setting, the white button, we can see more details. From that window we can also change the parameter for each axis at each joystick and also influence level each. The tabs Stopping Setting and Single Notes in that windows are still in development and not in use. The joystick automatic run refers to LFO menu. Now let's see LFO operation example. First set to Y-axis LFO only, so we can hear and see the brightness of the sound change in cycles of 4 bars. Next, try the X-axis LFO, which only affect on effect 1 def. The mode both affect both axes, and the mode cross affect both in opposite direction. The cycle bar numbers can be changed from the green combo, and each joystick has his independent LFO settings. Next feature is the chord depend. To demonstrate that, I'm loading the loops board Looper Project 1 and operate the classic guitar loop. This arpeggio loop changes as response to play chord and adapt his notes to the playing chord. To see what setting make that behavior, open Tab menu. We can see the yellow bottom chord depend is enabled. And that means we can operate or cancel this behavior in one click. Even that, not every loop is suitable to chord depend behavior. There's no point in operate that on drum loops. But also melodic loop which not depend on clear one chord can be problematic for the chord depend algorithm, and the adaptation could be wrong. So after cover the main feature, let's see how the arranger and the looper can play together. First, activate few loops, guitar and percussions. And now enable the arranger. Turn the arranger on and off, and changing loops gives the player variety option to perform with rich music. So even I did not cover all the buttons and options like the quantized selection and bar numbers, I did mention the main feature here, so I hope it gives you a good starting point to use Dynamic Layers Looper. So thanks for watching and wish you a productive music.